Who the heck is Fabo?
Fabo, man.
Who's that?
Y'all know Fabo from D4L?
Oh, okay.
I just spelled it differently. I walked into this room, man. Man, down there, half my team was in that bitch passing around the joint, bro. And I'm like, man, what's up, man? Like, what? And they talking about, oh, man, go ahead, bro, hit it. I'm like, man, I don't know. And I just did it, man. And ever since then, bro, I've been chiefing, man.
Chiefing. What's that KD line? What KD said about hard work?
Hard,
talent.
yeah,
See if
like,
you're a real baller. See if
yeah,
you're
hard work beats talent. With
talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
Okay, he a baller. Damn, that went in. Okay,
hey,
cool.
man, bro, you can ask anybody, bro. I be working, man.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
I can imagine that being one of the more like pivotal moments is like as an artist when you realize I gotta actually put this in people's face. Like they not just gonna look me up.
Exactly.
I gotta actually go out there and convince people, or you know whether it's online or whatever. You still have to give people a reason to listen to you, and that's hard until you start believing in yourself, like in the way you want people to believe in yourself.
Exactly.
And I know it's to an extent. Comments were made recently. I mean, you feel like you're very underrated. What makes you underrated, do you think?
I just feel like nobody around here is really rapping like me. You know, a lot of artists around here, which is not, there's no problem with that. Like I mess with a lot of artists around here, but a lot of the rap, especially nowadays, is just, you know, it's kind of negative.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of murder, it's a lot of killing, it's a lot of, oh, I smashed your girl, now let me get this back. Like it's running off on the plug. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot of negative music, man.
Just running off on the plug.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's just it's a lot of negative music, and I feel like I bring a different side. You know, I show a positive side in my music. My music is, you know, it's about hard work, working towards a goal. Another thing, like I don't curse in my music. My music is positive, you know what I'm saying? It's something anybody can listen to. So, and I gotta give another shout out to CiiiTY for that, because before, when I first started doing music, you know, I was right along with everybody else saying all this other stuff that, you know, that wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be somebody I'm not, and I'm like,
so
man,
wait a minute.
Yeah, I said, man, this ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't me. This ain't what I'm about. And CiiiTY told me to say. He said, man. He said, you don't even need to curse, bro. He said, write a song for me, no curse words, come back, record it. I did it. He was like, bro, this is the best song you did. He was like, yeah, I'm telling you, bro, you don't need to. He's like, you're good enough to rap that you don't need to curse in your music. Yeah. And I didn't get it at first, but as I started writing more and just kind of like using my dictionary in my head and my different vocabulary, because I read a lot of books when I was young too. Yeah. So I just realized I really didn't need some of that negative language in my music. So that's one thing that I think separates me. Yeah, and
it's harder to do it like that too, for sure. So I mean, you don't plan on ever. Do you feel? Because it's a couple ways you could look at it. Because I could look at it like, not that I agree with you. Just thinking in the realm of cursing in the music. If you do it the right way, it's a form of expression. It's just relaying how you feel, which you can do in other ways, I guess. But when you were cursing before, did you feel like your music was more acceptable? What was the kind of like, when you switched from that to not cursing at all, was there did people receive it differently?
Yeah, I think more people were paying attention to the lyrics more. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think a couple of times I would just, when I was cursing in my music, I kind of would just use it to like fill in a space. Okay. Or like if I couldn't think of anything, I would just use it to fill in a space. It didn't really like challenge me,
anything.
You know what I'm saying? And that was like the first thing for me was, it's like, this is a challenge for me. You know what I'm saying? I could do this and stand out from everybody else. Okay. So that's just, you know.
All right. What was your breakout record?
Breakout record, probably, man. I mean, I would have to say probably My Year. That's probably my biggest one too. That's like the most popular song.
That one has like over 20,000, I think.
Yeah, that got a lot of streams. Yeah. That one's probably that's probably my breakout song. And that's one of the most fun songs I had that I made recording, or that I have fun making the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
what was it about that record, you think?
Yeah,
that
that's the
trans-
mindset behind that record. Cause I could feel the energy, like when you were singing. I'm like, damn, he really talking his shit. That's just his year for real.
Yeah,
So,
man.
what was the mindset behind that?
Man, I just I remember the day before I even wrote that, man. I was just like, because in my first EP, it was kind of like I was in like a different state of mind. Like I was kind of sad, like kind of going through some stuff. And when I remember, like after I dropped that first tape, people were like, "Oh, like, you know, this is good. This is really good." Like they was giving me that confidence that I needed to like keep going.
Yeah.
And so I remember when I started writing that song, I was just like, "Oh, like I left depression in my rear. Like I ain't depressed. Like I feel good about my music. Like I'm confident. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like I had it." So
Yeah.
I felt like this year, even if it ain't my year, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm speaking it into existence. Like this is my year. Like this is the year that I start this off. This the year that I wake some people up. So that was kind of the thought process behind that song. And yeah, it's a bop, man. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, I would say that shit really a buck.
Yeah.
I want to know where's the name 2-5 come from. You know, like. Is it because
2-5.
you was a shooter? I know you play ball.
2-5.
Like,
Yeah, man. So, man, funny enough, man, my first name was Teflon Don. So
For rap, for music?
yeah, but that's been taken like 10 times over. So I was like, I got to come up with something different. And my number overseas, or my number all the time, been 22. And I don't know, man. Just like I felt like fi is like one of my favorite words to be like. Let's just get that out.
If you from South Florida.
If you from
you
South
know,
Florida, you know that's just the word.
Ain't nothing
man.
fire, is it?
Ain't nothing fire. Ain't nothing ever fire, man. So everybody know that's like one of my favorite words. So one day I was just sitting down trying to think of a new name. I put down like 22, and I just kept saying like fi, like as an ad lib. I kept using it, and then I was like, man, nah, like 2-5. 2-5. I was like, oh, this hard. Like I'm too fire. Like I'm too fire. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Honestly, man, that was another big step for me, was when I found that name, because I'm like, man, this is a catchy name. It's like some people could really like, even like when I do shows, like I did a show in Fort Pierce, and I'm like, it's easy for the crowd to interact, because I'm like, oh, when I say 2, y'all say 5, 2, 5.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like real easy to get the crowd going and stuff too. So. Nah,
And it just gives you personality as an artist.
Definitely.
Before people meet you.
Exactly.
Because
when they see the name, they like, oh, he better be good.
Yeah, he
You
got
know
to
what I'm saying?
something to leave up to though, but yeah.
Exactly. So it's definitely helped me better more than hurt. So
Okay.
I love that name.
Who the heck is Fabo?
Fabo, man.
Who's that?
Y'all know Fabo from D4L?
Oh, okay.
I just spelled it differently.
Okay.
Because
I got you.
there's a lyric in the song, or in the part where I said, drowning in liquor, no Fago, leaning into a new day, though.
Okay.
And it's like, I just kind of use I just wanted to spell it that way, especially like with the cover art too. Shout out to my
True, it just
my
looks
homegirl.
yeah.
It got like the Fago lettering, and I just changed the G with the B.
Okay.
So shout out to my my cover art done by Nicole. She done all my artwork really.
Right.
So yeah,
That's
she's
just a
dope.
random model on the cover, and it ain't nobody special.
Nah, yeah, it's just a random on there, man. She just drew that on there. So
All right, nice, man. Well, that's your recent record right now, right?
yeah,
So
I
you
just dropped that 2 days ago.
2 days ago, 27th, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, and I got a video for that too on the way, but I'm still waiting on it, but it's on the way.
Okay.
So
Videographer need to hurry up, man. They be playing with you. They be playing. I hope you don't gotta chase nobody down, man.
man, I hope not either, but man, it's
You might have to bring them chase down blocks back, man.
I might have to, man.
Yeah.
But, you know.
All right, man. What was like the record you're most proud of?
The record I'm most proud of, whew, man, that's a good question. Man. I'll probably have to say My Year, just because of the reception
Yeah.
it got, and just because it's like that song, like if I'm ever feeling like I can't do nothing, or like I'm feeling like in a funk or something, like I always
just
put
gotta
that
play
on.
that on,
Like I
yeah.
always play that song, because it just like get me hyped, like it just get me ready, and it just. Man, I wish I had that song before some basketball games.
Yeah.
Man. I wish I had that song for some basketball games. But
Probably would have dropped 30, man. 30, average 30
man.
over there
Hey,
overseas, man.
I'm telling you.
All right.
But yeah, no, that's definitely my you know, another one I'm really proud of is That Fight, which is that's like my first ever song that I ever released. That was produced by CiiiTY. He made that beat. And I really like that song because at the time it was like when the George Floyd killing and
That was your very first song?
that was my first song.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. That's recent.
So that's like the first song I ever put out. And that song that showed my lyricism for real, and it showed like that I was in tune with what's going on.
Yeah.
And I see like, you know, I think I'm a quiet person for the most part. Like I'm kind of like I'll be watching from the background type person. And so like a lot of times, like, you know, you be with your friends and they talking about this stuff and you don't really say nothing, but you want to say so, you know what I'm saying? So that was like kind of where I got everything off in that song. And like, you know, I definitely had some people hit me up after that song and be like, oh, like, this is how you feel about us, like, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, for sure.
But no, it's just, you know, that's just how I felt, and I'm definitely proud of that song too. So
it's a great way to express yourself. Music, I feel like that's probably one of the best ways, and it's a good way to communicate a message without as much political, without it being too
Pushback.
political. You know, people they kind of have to accept what you're saying because it's not like you could argue back to the music. You know, you got to listen and take that person's perspective. And yeah, man, I think music have to go back to the roots of like speaking for the culture in a positive way, or just even if it's not positive, like
uplifting,
like he has to do something.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and that's why
in some cases you might want your music to want someone to rebel, whatever the case is, but it has to kind of get people, you know, going.
And listen, I ain't got nothing against that music. Like, I listen to that music, you know what I'm saying? I listen to it, but I just don't. That's just not me. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what I want to get across. Okay. So that's why I choose to do differently. So.
Got you. How was it like growing up? Where'd you grow up in Palm Beach?
West Palm Beach. So basically all around West Palm Beach. I lived off 45th Street before. I done lived off of North Lake, all around here. So really everywhere in Palm Beach. But I had a good upbringing as a kid. Both my parents, they always supported me pretty much with everything. So yeah, man, I had a good family life. So it was great, man. I love Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people don't, you know, they talk bad about it or whatnot, every time I always go anywhere, I'm like, yo, I'm from Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? You can ask anybody, they'll tell you. Like, even when I was in Massachusetts, like, I was like, because, you know, a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, Miami. Like, I'm from South Florida, so they'll be like, oh, Miami. I'm like, nah, I'm from Palm Beach. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I think a lot of people are proud to be from Palm Beach. Once they're not here, once they leave and they see everywhere else, and I think a lot of people are proud, and people who haven't been here know that this is they know it's a good place to live. Economically, we're doing better than a lot of other places.
A lot of places,
yeah. Palm Beach has a lot of you know, wealthy people. We have good weather. It's, you know, when you go somewhere else, you're gonna start to maybe Palm Beach wasn't that bad. Maybe it wasn't that bad.
I'll tell you one thing. And I was talking all that trash about the weather, but you can't beat the weather here.
No, yeah.
You definitely can't beat the weather here. Yeah. So
okay. I have a question for you, man. So I know you're an athlete. So athletes don't smoke, they don't drink. Now you a musician now, so what are you doing in the studio?
Say all that.
If you think these professional athletes ain't smoking,
you got
another thing coming.
I ain't gonna say no name, but
they running about 4 miles after and shit. But
man, to be honest, man, I've been smoking for about 10 years now. Like at first, when I was playing ball, I was like so against it. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Once you get older, you start to realize like pretty much everybody smoke. So like, I remember the first time my freshman year in college, I was like not smoking, not drinking, not doing nothing, man. I walked into this room, man, down there, half my team was in that bitch passing around the joint, bro. And I'm like, man, what's up, man? Like, what? And they talking about, oh, man, go ahead, bro, hit it. I'm like, man, I don't know. And I just did it, man. And ever since then, bro, I've been chiefing, man. I ain't gonna cap, bro. I be smoking, man. So, you know, that's why they call me Blue Dream Baby, man. Cause I be on it, boy.
There you go.
So, now everybody know where that name come from now.
Yeah,
what about drinking? You be drinking?
Yeah, I drink, but I don't.
You be slumped?
I'm definitely more of a smoker than a drinker.
Okay, cool.
But I'll drink though. I definitely turn up.
What you drinking?
Boy, on that walk. He on that
Patron. Oh man, I don't know about that, but you know, I'm on the Henny Patron pretty much.
Okay.
You know, I fuck with some Casamigos here and there. You know,
Yeah.
But
what was your first experience like smoking? How'd you feel? They passed you that
man, to be honest, like I ain't even feel it. Like the first time, I think I was smoking it wrong. To be honest, like I probably wasn't inhaling or something. Yeah. And the time I really got high was like the second time. It was like another instance where I walked into a room with like a couple of my teammates, and like one of my homeboys passed me the blunt. We started smoking, and I just felt like you remember them Airhead commercials where like the balloon just fly out the dude, bro. I felt like that, and I was just like, man, I'm gone, bro. Like, it was just like a chill feeling. Like, I don't know, man. It just, but.
2.5 was too high.
2.5 was too high. You feel me? So
that's what it was.
That's how it was, man.
That's what's. It's usually the second time that gets you. You get too confident. You know, the first time you ain't feel nothing. You thinking you a pro.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened, man. That second time I started chiefing, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta slow down.
Yeah.
But nah, it ain't like that no more. So.
Yeah, man. Okay, so what else was you doing growing up in Palm Beach? Were you surfing? You was on the beach?
Nah, man. So I was like, when I said before, like I was into music, like I was really playing instruments when I was growing up. So I played. I actually went to Bach Middle School of the Arts. I don't know.
Okay.
If y'all, I know y'all probably know.
Yeah,
about
I know
it, so.
Bach.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was an art kid.
Yeah, I was an art kid, man. Growing up, like I did. I played strings, so I was playing the viola. So just imagine my tall ass in the middle of the orchestra holding it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was like another reason, like I really got into music too, because growing up when I was playing instruments, like teachers used to always tell me like, oh, you got an ear for music, but you need to like work harder at it. Because I used to be the type of kid that I would just hear some and I'll just start playing it without even reading the music or nothing. Like I could just hear it and start playing. And so that kind of helped me and hurt me, because at first I wasn't really working hard. But then I remember kind of like even recently I kind of said like, okay, if I put, talent and hard work, if those go together, like you're going to get, a superstar. You're going to get LeBron James.
Yeah,
you know
what's that
saying?
KD line? What KD said about hard work and talent. See if you're a real baller.
Hard work beats talent with talent.
Talent doesn't work hard. Yeah, okay, he a baller. Damn, that went in. Okay,
hey, man, bro, you can ask anybody, bro. I be working, man. So, nah, man, that's hard work is what it is, man.
For sure.
So
we call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.